Casual Friday in Prison Break Raw land over here, and it's Mixed Bag Friday. This is basically when I answer a lot of your questions, and if there's any trolls out there, this is the day that we beat the brakes off of them, talk bad about them a little bit. I couldn't find any troll comments though. I mean, shit, I did have some on there, but damn, I don't know. Hey, how about this fade though? Pretty smooth, huh? Just got this done tonight by this man named Sincere King from Showcase Barbers in Quail Springs Mall. So if you're in the Oklahoma City area, go check out my man Sincere, and he'll hook you up with a bomb ass fade like this one. It's been a pretty powerful week. I gotta say, man, it's a bomb ass week for me. I'm in a transition phase right now, so I turned in my 2 weeks notice from my job I've been working at for almost 3 years, moving on to bigger and better things in my life. And with that, I'm blessed. Also, my subscribes have gone way up ever since I went on lockdown 23-1. Got to give credit where credit is due. That man, he's just awesome, man. I mean, don't you guys think that dude should have his own XM radio show? He should be on cable or something. He's just got it. I mean, he's better than a lot of different channels that I hear out there. I see some out there that I don't know why people tune into that shit, but so many people do, man. Just goes to show you how easily people are entertained by a lot of this. I'm basically bringing it to you raw and uncut. That's why it's Prison Break Raw. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not politically correct worth a fuck. Don't really give a one big hoot at all about somebody's emotions. It's not about that, man. Because you know what? If I was dwelling on everything that everybody said about me, I would probably be in an insane asylum. Because damn, man, the trolls came out in droves on that third episode of Lockdown 23-1. People coming out with all kinds of weird, outlandish shit. I'm not gonna get into the trolling on his channel because that's his comments. Wanted to find some examples on mine. I had some, but they disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. It's like 1 minute they were there, and the next minute they're gone. I guess they second thought that once they saw the disclaimer, right? I mean, one guy asked me if I ever gotten a reach around. Tried to find that one to find his name so we can beat him up a little bit, but I couldn't find the comment anymore. But whoever you are, you know who you are, and I think you mistaken Prison Break Raw because you saw the Raw. I guess you thought you was on Pornhub on the gay category, and you weren't. You're on the wrong channel, my man. Also, somebody called me a Trump supporter. A fucking Trump supporter. Can't even vote. What good would it be for me to support any candidate at this point? You know, I think I've said it before, man. As far as politics and government's concerned, I don't care if Attila the Hun is the president. I don't care if Lex Luthor's the president. Lucifer can come up out of the ground and run for president and win. I don't care. It don't affect me. It don't affect any of you either. Don't buy into a lot of this drama on the media. Because a lot of this shit that's going on has been going on for a long time, man. And I've got first count eyewitness experience with a lot of the stuff that's being pushed out there. A lot of this weirdo weirdness that I'm just not gonna address that. But like I said, man, 817 subscribers today. Today, 817. So let's get that number up. So all of you out there, I'm depending on you. All my subscribers that are tuning in, getting this raw and uncut experience straight from the OG's mouth. I've been doing time for a long time, man, and I got a lot of hustle in my life. I got a lot of game and a lot of knowledge that I want to share with all of you. One of my main goals basically is not to really bash generations that are younger than me, but just like right the wrongs and do the things that we didn't do, guiding you in the right direction, the kind of guidance that a lot of us got. Even though we ended up going to prison, living that gangster life, it was a choice. I made the choice to be a G. I made a choice to be a gang member. I made a choice to slang dope. I made a choice to rob banks, rob drug dealers, smuggle people, all that stuff that I was doing. I made that choice. That was the lifestyle that I was wanting to live, and I changed it around. But a lot of the game and the knowledge that I got, these were from cats that were doing time in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. That's who I learned from. And now I'm giving it to you that same way. I see some of the, I mean, I really just don't get it, man. You know, it's just, we're going to talk about big mouths. We're going to talk about optics. Like I told you, a lot of things just ain't what they seem sometimes. Sometimes you think you looking at a stone cold killer and, you know what I mean? He wouldn't fucking throw a biscuit in a food fight. That's how weak some of these people are. You just got to understand this shit. And you got to have an eye for it. And we're going to talk about that. I got another episode coming up talking about book smart, street smart, pin smart. Tune into that one as well. But without further ado, let's get into some of these comments that I got. All right. So, looks like Oot, EWWWT, asked me if you can go the lone wolf in California prisons today, or are you forced to join the politics? You know what? You might get on some channel out there and you'll listen to somebody, you know, pumping all this knowledge out there about these kind of things. And you may hear that you can't go lone wolf. Well, I'm telling you, you can. You could definitely go lone wolf on an S&Y yard or something like that, or on a lower level yard, or even a camp or fire camp, something like that. You could definitely do the lone wolf thing. You got different levels and different degrees of prisons. You've got GP yards, you've got soft yards, and you've got S&Y yards. Then you got minimum camps, fire camps. You've got level 1 yards, level 2 yards, level 3 yards, level 4 yards. I mean, it's definitely possible. It's pretty like overgeneralizing saying that you can't do this in a California prison, because a California prison encompasses a huge system that has many different levels and degrees. And when you say California prison, a fire camp is a California prison. A level 1 yard's of California prison. And it goes on and on. So yeah, you could definitely do the lone wolf thing depending on where you're at. I would say no if we're talking about a level 4, a level 3, or even a level 2. All right, sorry about that, man. Papa John's. So I got a pizza sitting out there, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible, because on Casual Friday, JD eats pizza. All right, so where was I? Yeah, okay. Yeah, running solo in there. So basically you get the idea, right? Got another one. It's from Michael David. It says, respect. You have strength, not just physical, but external mental strength. Strength that I could only dream of having in order to make life more culpable. I did 25 years in the military, and the stuff I've seen and had to deal with reminds me a lot of what you describe in your videos. Thanks for what you're doing, but I'd like to ask a question, and please, I mean no offense, but when one talks about life expectancies, do you think it could heal mental and psychological wounds that one may have incurred during the years? Michael, thank you for your comment, and respect right back at you for serving this country, man. A lot of people don't like the military. A lot of people bash the military. I had a lot of military people in my family. My father, grandfather got a great deal of respect for you, because you're on that front line getting shot at, when a lot of these cream puffs out here wouldn't even fight their way out of a fucking wet paper bag, man. Wouldn't even walk down the main street of a ghost town in broad daylight. So what you're doing is to be respected, and everybody out there, show this man some respect. You can heal your wounds. PTSD and stuff, it's manageable. I got a lot of PTSD, man. I got a lot of shit that's happened to me in my life. And you could definitely manage your life and get back on track. What you do know, one thing I could tell you, is that you're not out there on that battlefield no more. You know what I mean? Them shots ain't coming at you no more. And I know there could be some triggers and stuff in life, in your regular life, but you can definitely pick yourself up out of any situation, man. I'm living proof of that. They told me that I would never make it, never achieve what I've got. I'm actually going to be turning in a motion to the court to terminate my probation. lawyer, everybody says I got a good chance, that the probation department don't even mess with me anymore. And I got to tell you, man, my name is in cow gangs, Homeland Security, all that stuff. And if I could break free from all my trauma and build a better life for myself, I know you can too, brother. You're a soldier, man. Remember that. And you're always a soldier, and you're going to make it through. All right. This one right here, Waltz Lair asked me, can you shed more light on a video on what it's like for a resident? So a resident is something that, as a Sureño, you're not you're not technically a gang member, right? You're just you live in somebody's neighborhood, and you back up the homies. You're either Chicano, you know, you may be white. There's some white residents that are Sureños that are Southsiders, and you just grew up in that, and it's like I've said before, you can't see yourself banging against somebody who you call your brother. You may not have to necessarily join a gang to be active, be with the business. I know some residents that go harder than gang members. Kostin Mahai, hope I pronounced that right, bro. Can you talk about the Green Wall Gang? Green Wall Gang. Man, that's kind of like, you want to talk about trauma and PTSD, just to even think about that name brings some back. These people have done some damage to me. They're all about planting fictitious cases on people, shaking you down, hurting people, mental abuse to the degree that would make Guantanamo Bay say, damn, in a lot of these cases, man. I'm going to do an episode about the Green Wall, touch on it a little bit, my experience with it, and hopefully that'll answer some of your questions. It runs deep in the system. I don't know how deep it runs now, but they've been around a long time. And they one of the most scariest prison gangs. I can tell you that right now. There was one of you out there that wanted to know about my office, the decor in here. What's up with the Tupac, the Viking ship, the statues that I got over there. So Tupac right here, who's praying, is basically like, it's him against the world. You've heard him say, me against the world. So he's praying, you know, God give him strength in the face of all his enemies. That's basically me, because I don't really fit into the mold of anything, man. Because a lot of people get pissed off at me. They get pissed off because I just call it like I see it, man. I give it to you real. And it's nothing about generation. People like to say, oh, well, you know, you old heads, Generation Xers are all fucked up. I mean, I don't really think any generation is really fucked up. I think that a generation is a product of the prior generation. And a lot of the shit that we failed to do for for millennials and Generation Y is a result of a lot of indifference and selfishness. So I want to right the wrongs on all that and hopefully give you some schooling, some advice to guide you through it. That Viking ship back there, I got a lot of Nordic Viking blood in me from my dad's side. Descended from a lot of serious, hardcore, stone cold killing raiders that went all over the world and just wreaked havoc. Runs into my blood, runs in my veins. Got Saxon blood in me too. That's why you see a lot of those knights and stuff over there. That gargoyle that sits back there, he's a protector of this studio. Gargoyles are for protection, man. They're good magic right there. And that's pretty much my office. That's pretty much the comments. We're just short of 200 subscribers to get to that 1K. Let's get them up. Share it out there. The goal, 1 million. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. We're going to talk about paperwork. Paperwork. I'm going to give you my input on all of that stuff right there from a whole nother perspective. Until next time, keeping it raw, keeping it uncut. Prison Break Raw. All up in your face. Break free for yourself. And I'm out.